My father wasn't around growing up. I was raised by my mother, a single mom, until my stepdad came into my life, Grant, shout out Grant, when I was about 8 years old or whatever. But he didn't know what he was doing. No blame on him, but he didn't really step up to be a stepfather as much as he could have been, but at least I had somebody. But I was really raised by my mom. All right, my dad was they tried to make it work. You know, they weren't married. You know, they're young. My mom was 18 years old. My father was 20 when I was born, right? And they tried to make it work for 2 years or so, maybe 3 years, between like 0 and 3 years old. And I moved from Nevada, Carson City, Gardnerville, Nevada, to Sacramento, lived in California, moved to Washington, moved to Spokane, Washington, you know, back and forth between 0 and 3 years old, trying to make it work because they met in Nevada, right? But I was raised by my single mom, you know, only seeing my dad maybe once or twice a year, between the ages of like 3 and 16 and a half. And then I moved to my father's for about 2 years or so, to finish out high school, because I wanted to, you know, live with my father for, you know, the last 2 years of high school, just so I wouldn't regret never knowing my dad. Because up until that point, I was pretty much raised by my mother, single mother, for, you know, the first 10 years of my life. And then my stepdad was kind of there for the next 5 to 7. And then I lived with my father those 2 years. And those 2 years in high school, you know, my dad was kind of a playboy, you know, never married, didn't have any other kids, you know, drank, kind of a bachelor, you know, 40-year-old bachelor, right? He was a bachelor all in his 20s and his 30s. And so, you know, those 2 years in high school, I was pretty much AWOL, right? My dad supported me and just lusting and fornicating with a whole bunch of women. So that was I was doing that a lot in the last 2 years of high school, junior, senior year in high school, doing a lot of partying and smoking a lot of weed, pretty much every single day, drinking, you know, maybe not every day, but definitely getting drunk and drinking whole bottles of tequila and vodka and whiskey on the weekends. And, you know, I lived in the Mexican hood, those 2 years of high school, Monte Rosa, Carson City, Nevada, if you guys know what's up. But yeah, pretty much going to Mexican parties, getting wasted on the weekends, drinking whole bottles of tequila, whiskey, vodka, smoking weed pretty much every day, that mota. But yeah, that's a little bit about my story, guys. I was raised by a single mother for a majority of my childhood. Stepdad was around. He was a good role model for fitness and some masculinity traits. So shout out Grant for the, you know, 5 or 7 years or 8 years that he was in my life. And I was mainly raised by my single mom. My dad wasn't around much, and until I decided to move to Carson City, Nevada, the last 2 years of high school, to get to know my father, which I do not regret, even though it caused me to quit basketball and, you know, get less good grades, not go to college. And I really got into partying and drugs and different stuff like that. I still don't regret it. It's part of my story. It's part of my testimony. But that's a little bit about me. You guys, just wanted to film this quick video. It's DC, Coach DC, Devin Kripe. God bless you guys. Click the link below to fill out the coaching application for if you want to get into superhero shape, if you want to build muscle, lose fat, build an elite mindset, build better habits, overcome vices. Click the link below for the apply for my coaching program. Other than that, you can connect with me on all platforms below. You can check out my podcast, my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, my Linktree. Stay connected with me. Message me if you guys want to connect or have any questions about anything. All right, guys, God bless you. I believe in you, and I'll see you next time. Peace be with you. Let's go.